Okay. My opponents keep on mentioning the fact that the current system is not fair, the current progressive system, and that a flat tax would be more fair towards all of America, because with this progressive tax, people that earn higher wages, they pay more, they pay a higher percentage, and then the opposite with lower incomes, they pay a lower percentage. Well, I would argue that the flat tax is not as fair as the current system. Mark Rosenfelder from Metaverse says that the rich should pay more taxes because the rich get more from the government. Consider defense, for example, which makes up 20% of the budget. Defending the country benefits everyone, but it benefits the rich more because they have more to defend. It's the same principle as insurance. If you have a bigger house or a fancy car, the insurance is going to be more. Also with Social Security payments, which make up another 20% of the budget, are dependent on income. So the more you make, the more you're going to have to pay towards Social Security, because you want more money when you retire. Also, according to my opponents, there was in 1994, the Army flat tax was to be made, and it said that it would not benefit those who earn under $2,000 or $200,000 a year. With this, I got some information from the IRS. So, based on information from the IRS, fewer than 3% of tax returns, 3.924 million returns out of 140 million total returns, claims more than 200,000 in adjusted gross income. So that's 3% of the American public that earn over 200,000. And with the tax system that's going to be implemented by my opponents, that would mean that 3% of the population is going to benefit from this, and not 97% of the population that's already benefiting from the current system. Another topic they've addressed with the flat tax is that it's more simple than the current system. And yeah, there's a lot of do's and don'ts and lots of things and loopholes with our current system. However, there's the part about the IRS. If the flat tax is implemented, there's not going to be a need for as many IRS people, which a lot of people would lose their jobs. Maybe not all of them. Of course, there's going to be an IRS, but it would lay off a lot of people, and that wouldn't be stimulating to the economy. The simplicity of the flat tax doesn't address the problems between business expenses and personal expenses. According to Martin A. Sullivan from Changing America's Tax System, a guide to the debate, it is unlikely, however, that the tax would be so absolutely simple as proponents claim. First of all, many issues under the current law would remain problematic under a flat tax. For example, under either tax, there is no bright line between expenses and personal consumption in the cases of self-employed individuals. So even if we had a flat tax, there'd still be those complications, and it would be a little bit simpler, but it doesn't make it that much of a difference. Another topic that my opponents have addressed is that flat taxes would be beneficial for America's economy. It's just wrong, I believe. The flat tax would reduce tax collections by $250 billion annually. This is according to Martin A. Sullivan, again, from Changing America's Tax System. The Treasury Department claims that the 17% of Army flat tax would reduce collections by nearly $250 billion annually. For a flat tax that would sustain government spending, it would need to be much higher than 17%, more like 25%. And I don't think any of you would want to give 25% of your income every year for the rest of your life.